Hello guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. We are the Abraham. Hello guys, just like we said, you're welcome. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like this video, share video. We make content and we film on faith, relationship, family, friendly issues, lifestyle, leadership. We film on all of those and love. And we also do personal vlogs too. So please, you're in the right place. You're welcome to the Abraham family, the family of people that are blessed.
How are you not blushing?
Okay guys, today we want to talk about something, my husband and I am Toby Abraham.
And I am Toby Abraham.
Okay, so we want to talk about a particular topic. We are talking about relationship and stuff like that today in the next few minutes. And what we want to talk about is, babe, I wrote a post yesterday that inspired what we are doing now. That's on my personal WhatsApp space, and I said something that when people say things like when a guy and a lady are in a relationship and they say things like, oh, the guy wants sex, or oh, the guy is waiting for me to have sex and stuff like that, she doesn't want to give me sex, issues like that. Sure, that's what we are addressing today. So I said this: when two people are in a relationship, godly relationship, we believe, or what should be the standard for a relationship, if the guy is not waiting for you, that is not why he's not having sex. Anyway, I'm just trying to introduce our topic to you. So I'm going to take it from there. Both of the guy is not waiting for you. Like, that phrase is wrong. That phrase of it's waiting for me, so that's why we have not been having sex. It's a wrong phrase to start with. And if it is the lady, if it's the guy that is celebrating the relationship or that wants to be celebrating the relationship, the lady should not now say, I am waiting for the guy, that's why I'm not having sex. Meaning your decision not to have sex is entirely dependent on the fact that they don't want to have sex. So if they had wanted to have sex, it's not like you personally, you don't see anything wrong with having sex before marriage. You don't see anything wrong in it, and also we'll talk about the other side where one party doesn't see anything wrong in having sex and the other party sees something wrong in having sex, and then what's the solution can be. Babe, let's start it.
One way or the other, I usually see it more as a cause than an effect. What I mean by that is there is a deeper issue responsible for thinkings like this, and I am waiting. Now my wife has introduced what we want to do, and when you say I'm waiting for someone in a relationship, it means that you yourself, you're kind of subject to the person's stand. Like you are subject to the person's stand. For instance, a guy and a lady, and the lady tells the guy that, look, I don't want to have sex. I don't want sex until marriage, okay? And the guy now says, okay, well, I'll wait for you. So it's not as though he's satisfied to. It's not his mindset to. It's not part of his values. Yes, that's where I'm even going to. That causal. Starting responsible values. It's not part of his values to abstain from sex until marriage, but because he feels he wants to respect you, so he says, I will wait for you. But the question is, how long can he wait for you? Because he doesn't have a foundational base, yes, for that decision that he made that he will wait for you. So it could end up because, look, I'm waiting for my lady, but while I'm waiting for her to have sex, I can still patronize the sex workers. I can patronize sex workers. I'm waiting for my wife. I won't have sex with her.
With this one?
Yeah, because she doesn't want. with our sex or who has sex with her. But me, I don't have the foundation, I don't have the conviction enough to sustain that decision.
Okay.
So in the meantime, when I'm waiting for her, I will be patronizing sex without her knowledge, without her knowledge. Or I'll have a side chick, or I'll have some other relationships, and all of that. So I feel like if the values of two people do not match when it comes to abstinence, there's a problem already.
Exactly.
There's a problem already. So if you have a value that is ensure first of all that this person will share the same values about sex and relationships. And we're talking about godly relationships here at least right now. So talking about abstinence from marriage, talking about celibacy, abstinence from sex before marriage. Does this guy, or is he trying to base his own decision on my own convictions? Because the two of you cannot build on one. The two of you have to come together with the same convictions to actually consolidate what it is that you have. So let you take it from there.
Awesome, thank you. I'll pick it from there. You see, I said something in that I wish, don't worry guys, just subscribe. Make sure you people subscribe, like our videos, because there's a lot of things I write on my personal WhatsApp space that I could share if we have the number of subscribers that
Funny, I'm the writer, but I don't tend to write so much.
If we have the number of subscribers that would enable us to, use that picture on YouTube where we can post our routine tests. Okay, so I actually said this. Two people should come together to make a relationship work who have similar values. Do you understand? So I said something in that write-up. I said many of the things that we call relationship trauma or relationship stress, relationship relationship, relationship
breakfast, and all of
whatever,
dinner.
all those things. A lot of them are avoidable if you actually focus on the things that really matter. Just like my husband said, most of those other things are actually effects if you deal with the cause. For instance, I said this: if you are a single person who have the value of waiting before marriage, before you have sex, right? You should also go into a relationship with another single person who has that same value. It should not be that, like my husband said, the person is not having sex primarily because he is waiting for you. So that's the basis. It's not like the person sees anything wrong in having sex before marriage. It's not like the person sees it as wrong. But the person says he's waiting for you, and that's why a lot of times ladies come to say, I feel betrayed. He promised he was going to wait for me, but he did this. He tried to force me, or I caught him cheating and everything. The question is, was this thing part of his value, or is just because he likes you or he loves you and he doesn't want to lose you? That's why he agreed to it. So I wrote that. I said, if the primary reason for the guy not wanting to have sex is because you don't want it, he might just be having sex with somebody that is not you. And you might as well prepare yourself for other surprises in the marriage. So I said that if you're somebody who don't think there's anything wrong with having sex before marriage, then go and look for somebody of your type who also feels that there's nothing wrong with having sex before marriage. There would not be issue that way. Now, I've not said, having sex before marriage is good. I'm just saying that working with somebody who agrees with your value would help you avoid a lot of stress. So all those questions like some people come to us and everything, and all those questions like, he wants to have sex with me, but I don't want to have sex, would not even come up in the first place if you went with somebody who also I don't want to have sex, and the person is the one even telling you, the lady, for instance, I don't want to have sex before marriage, please, you have to help me to keep this my promise. And you too, you came with that kind of thing. So these two people with the same value who is working together, so that means that the possibility of not having sex before marriage in a relationship is very high, much more than you trying to convince someone. So, and ladies do this a lot. Say, I try to make him see reasons. Why are you the one trying to make him see reasons why he should not have sex? I don't understand.
Even if he succeeds with you, he will still find somewhere or someone else to
Exactly.
satisfy himself with.
He should get his conviction from outside as a single individual person before he even met you. So if the relationship should break, for instance, in his own new relationship, he should still be able to hold on to that his value even without you. So the decision to either accept or not accept should not be entirely dependent on you.
And I think that we should also share examples of ourselves. I mean, when we've met each other, we've talked about this in the previous
in our previous videos.
Video in one of the how we met series. And check it out and see. We talked about the fact that value the values of the people is a foundational element when building up a strong relationship that will lead to marriage. Because not just in the area of sex now, values in religious views, values, yes, philosophy of life, all of those things. But those values,
finance,
in the period of in finance. So in the period of relationship, you have vetted them. You guys have talked, you've related, and you already know. During a relationship period, we exchange minds. What are your views when it comes to sex? What are your views when it comes to abstinence? What are your views when it comes to, using, even talk right down to the point of using toys, sexual toys,
stuff
and
like
all of
that.
We expressed all of those
and things that we did not even come to. Maybe we don't really exactly know. Remember, we also spoke to Pastor Akomai about it during, we asked, so what do you think? But that's first because we have similar values.
Synchronized our values, and we see that they actually stand together. So not just in the area of sex, you need to ensure that your values align with whoever it is. Don't take it for granted. Values are very important. They're a key thing. We synchronize them during our relationship, and to be honest with you, we've had a wonderful marriage thus far. That's right.
No pretending it. That is very, very right.
But it's just been like a charm, like clockwork.
Yeah.
So that's why we are bold enough to tell you that, look, this is actually what works. Don't go out there and start trying to deal with the effect. This guy tried to rape me. He's having someone else. Why? I told him to wait for me, but he said he can't. But he said he can. But he didn't wait for me. Unfortunately, sometimes they say, what is it now? Nature gets the best of one's body. This is someone that has been subjected to this kind of thing before. But because of their values, you say the guy should come and wait for him. He will wait as much as he can. And when he reaches breaking point,
because he doesn't have any other conviction that is more powerful than him. For instance, my husband feels like, no, this is my consecration toward God. So God was a bigger force, much more than myself or himself or what he thinks,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I think for a lot of us, we need to check out the founding values that actually our lives are built upon, structured upon, so that we can know the things we stand for and things that we won't stand for. Okay, talking about relationships that do not have, or relationships that they don't feel like they need to have or abstain before marriage. This is also an issue of values. Now we are not licensing, or we are not standing for sex before marriage. We are a godly couple, and we believe strongly
in godly principles.
Yes, in sex before marriage.
In not having sex.
Excuse me. In not having sex before marriage. We didn't have sex before marriage. We'll share our story.
That's right.
Very soon. How we navigated all those waters. But babe, why don't you round up with that aspect of those who feel it's okay to
Okay. Alright. Okay, so within the borders of the topic that we're discussing now, I feel that if you're somebody who thinks that, having sex before marriage is okay, or that's what I want, you should please, I'm begging, please go for somebody who has the same value and view of life, because it doesn't really make sense for you to know that you want sex all the time, you want sex before marriage, and then you're dating a sister or a brother who doesn't want sex before marriage. I mean, why do you want to give yourself that headache? Why do you want to give that person that headache that can be that you can avoid? Do you understand? So I tell people a lot of time when people come to me, oh, this relationship, I tell people, see, most of what you people call relationship issue is actually not issue. It should not be an issue in the first place if you have just done the right thing with common sense. So if you that way there will not be disagreement between both of you. Both of you already agree that okay, we are going to be having sex before marriage. So now your own issue will now be okay, let's stay faithful to ourselves and God will help you, God will save you, God will help you to come to salvation.
It becomes easier or more straightforward from that point. You know where to go next. That look, it's now how we are going to try to keep ourselves or try to create boundaries that will enable us to fulfill this thing that we both agree to. Many people actually think that when the Bible says, can two work together
unless they be agreed.
Agreement is not just in word. As the guy said, look, it's my...
Or what you force upon another person.
No, that one is not agreement. Agreement is stronger than that. It comes from a deeper recess in your heart.
That's right.
That is what bonds with the other person and creates a force that enables that agreement to stand and be recognized wherever. And look, I and my wife, I agree not to do this. And we are agreed not just in saying, but in the deeper recesses because our values are aligned towards this thing together. And so, many people, guys out there say they want to come to church and get ladies that are good ladies, and God are good ladies in church, and all of that. And in the end, it turns out very poorly, both for them and for the ladies. Because the ladies just feel like, look, the guy said, oh, wait for me. But this is someone that's coming from somewhere with something that is working for him before.
Yeah, that's right.
He's not going to, he can't do magic. It's not his fault too. He's being guided by the founding principle of his life. So he's going to have to default at one point. It's a principle, a universal principle that will ensure that he defaults because he doesn't have a value that aligns with yours.
That's right. I think we should just bring this to a close.
Yes, we should.
So in conclusion, we have said again, Reverend Mrs. Funke Felix Adejuma said something that I listened to recently. She says, stay with your tribe. So if what you believe, if the worldview you believe is not set before marriage, look for somebody who also has that worldview independently of you, and both of you should come together. Then it can work. And if you are the one who says, oh no, I don't see anything wrong, please stop going for the innocent man and woman who want to keep themselves before marriage. And you too that you want to keep yourself before marriage, you don't go for somebody that you already know that their value is otherwise, the other way around. You get it. So please let's just keep it like this. For it helps in a lot of sanity. So to answer that question of help, he wants to access, I don't want to access. Actually, you are in the wrong relationship. So what the solution you should be looking for is not what can I do to convince him. He wants to have sex, but I don't want to have it. How can I convince him? Or she wants to have, she's asking me for sex and I don't want to have sex. How can I convince him? How can I make my boyfriend have sex with me because he doesn't? You are asking the wrong question. The question is that, red alert, you are in the wrong relationship. End the relationship and go with somebody whom your values align together. We hope that this video has blessed you, has given you, a new light, made it see things differently.
If you have to say, this word is already somebody's deliverance.
Yes, this word is seriously, this word, I still read something like this on Facebook yesterday, so it happens a lot. So this word is somebody's deliverance. And let me say this. What you're looking for is out there. If you find it and you're patient enough. So don't let anybody convince you to say, there are no guys like that who can wait. My husband was 30 when he got married. I mean 30 years old. He got married as a virgin. It's not just that he didn't have sex with me. He has never had sex before. He has never kissed another woman other than me before. At 30 in 2021. In fact, that wasn't even 2020. That was 31. By the time we mentioned got married, it was 31. So that was when we met. So don't let anybody tell you that people like that don't exist. There's no way when you see a guy that doesn't want sex. So if you see a good one that wants sex, you better take him. No. Go for your value. Your value is out there.
And you will
Look
find
for it well. You will find it. And if your value is the other way around too, your value is everywhere. Pick from your own option. Do you understand?
So guys, don't worry. Someday very soon we'll talk about sexual adventure from marriage,
From
first times as
marriage.
with how we navigated the sexual pitfalls during our courtship period. We'll talk about this a lot more exciting stuff with you. So with that,
we have come to the end of the video today. Subscribe, like, share, drop your comment, drop your questions. We love you.
Guess what? One more thing.
Guys, let's make this big announcement. My husband's second single is released today. I'm so excited. The title of the song is Satisfied. We're going to drop it in the description box for you to get the link. You can download it on any music store: Deezer, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Boomplay, YouTube Music, anyone. And you just type Satisfied by Toby Abraham, Satisfied by Toby Abraham, or follow the link that we drop in the description box.
So that's it. I'm happy to have come your way again.
We are the Abrahams. Bye guys.